This is the Tirumala Venkateshwar Temple in Andhra Pradesh, currently the most heavily visited and financially prosperous religious site on earth. Every year, millions of devotees pour in, bringing with them a continuous flow of gold, jewels, and cash donations. While it stands today as a center of earthly wealth, the foundation of this temple was actually triggered by a shocking act of physical violence in the cosmic realm. To test who among the divine trinity was most worthy of worship, the Sage Bhrigu traveled to the realm of Vaikuntha. Finding Lord Vishnu in a deep sleep, the angry sage delivered a supreme insult, kicking the god directly in the chest, Lakshmi's sacred dwelling place. Vishnu absorbed the physical blow with total humility, even checking the sage's foot for injury. However, this single strike forced the god of prosperity out of heaven and into the mortal forests as a common wanderer. The consequences were immediate. Goddess Lakshmi was deeply offended that her honor was not protected from the strike, and she abandoned Vaikuntha for earth, settling in the city of Kolhapur. As the goddess of wealth, her departure stripped Vaikuntha of its prosperity and light. Left in a state of grief, Vishnu also descended to earth in human form, taking the name Srinivasa, to begin a desperate search for his wife. This exit left the supreme deity without his cosmic privileges. He was now a mortal, bound by the hunger, thirst, and physical vulnerabilities of a human body. Srinivasa eventually reached these hills in Tirumala. He took shelter inside a hollow anthill, but because he now possessed a mortal body, he began to suffer from severe, agonizing hunger. Seeing this, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva transformed themselves into a cow and a calf to provide for him. Each day, the cow would wander to the anthill and discreetly empty her milk into it, keeping Srinivasa alive while he remained in deep meditation. When a royal cowherd discovered the cow wasting her milk, he swung an axe to strike her. Srinivasa suddenly emerged from the anthill and intercepted the blow, taking a deep, bloody wound to his own head to protect the animal. Confronting the local Chola king, Srinivasa declared that a ruler is ultimately responsible for the conduct of his subjects. Because the king had failed to teach his servants the path of nonviolence, Srinivasa cursed him to live as a demon until he could atone for the cowherd's strike. To find a place to heal, the injured Srinivasa secured land from the local deity, Varahaswamy. But the land came with a strict condition. All future devotees must visit and worship Varaha before they are permitted to see Srinivasa. Earthly pain forced the divine into these mortal compromises, creating the specific geographical and ritual rules that millions of pilgrims still follow to this day. While being cared for by the hermit Vakula Dindi, Srinivasa fell in love with Princess Padmavati, a royal who was actually an avatar of his lost wife, Lakshmi. The marriage was approved, but there was a massive obstacle. Tradition required a lavish royal wedding, and Srinivasa had no money. To solve the crisis, he summoned Kubera, the treasurer of the gods, to secure the necessary funding. Kubera provided a loan of 11.4 million gold coins, but it came with a staggering contract. Srinivasa signed a promissory note, agreeing to pay interest on the debt until the absolute end of the current cosmic age, the Kaliyuga. This loan funded a wedding so magnificent that the Chola king was finally moved to atone for his curse, gifting Srinivasa a golden crown. The moment he wore it, his divine memories returned, and the king was freed from his demonic form. To achieve human love, the creator of the universe had signed a contract of infinite debt, tethering himself permanently to the rules of mortal economics. 6 months later, the original goddess Lakshmi learned of the marriage and arrived in Tirumala in a state of fury to confront her husband. She was met by Princess Padmavati, and the two wives demanded that Srinivasa choose between them. Knowing that the suffering humans of this age needed a stable, accessible god rather than one caught in domestic strife, Srinivasa took a radical step. He instantly transformed his body into a solid stone idol. Seeing his sacrifice, the two goddesses let go of their anger and transformed into gold, embedding themselves permanently on either side of his stone chest. This was not a punishment, but a choice to remain in the mortal world forever. By becoming stone, he ensured he would stay in this one location as a permanent, indestructible anchor for any human seeking relief from their suffering. This ancient contract is still active today. Every time a devotee drops an offering into the temple's donation box, they are personally participating in this debt. The billions of dollars in gold and cash donated annually are actually the ongoing interest payments being made by humanity on behalf of God, working to pay off Kubera's original loan.